Hey, Gene. Yeah, so finally it has stopped raining here in Bowling Green. We have blue skies, beautiful sunset, but we're still dealing with this flooding across the region. Now, what I'm about to do not do at home. I'm going to show you just how quickly you can underestimate how deep this water is. And this just goes to show how quickly the water can get really high. This is what's happening out on your roadways. These snowflakes are very large. You can actually see the crystallized structures in these as these snowflakes are very large. This is a very dry snow, a very powdery snow. Still dealing with the severe thunderstorm warning that's just to the east of Elizabethtown. That's going to be gliding off to New Haven along 31 East here in just the next few minutes. That tornado warning is just outside of our viewing area for Nelson County. But this Boeing segment right here, and a lot of times you'll get some segments and just off the back that slow down. And if you have a segment that's slowed down and another segment that's rushing forward, you can get a spin-up tornado. You see this counterclockwise flow, and yes, folks, that is a low-pressure system. This low-pressure system now moving into the Lone Star State. It is bringing up moisture from the Gulf, and it's going to create an environment that is very saturated. Starting to see this freezing rain make its way. We've been watching all day where that moisture line is. You notice where it's cut off. That's where that dry air versus saturated air is.
First Alert Weather, sponsored by MedCenter Health.
We're tracking a tricky system that's moving across the region. You can see the rain, the sleet, and the snow. We are watching that rain here in Bowling Green right now. Just took a step outside. It is rain as we're speaking, but we are starting to see some signatures of it trying to switch over. That means we're trying to break that warm boundary we have in the atmosphere. Once we can break it, we'll start to see some of that frozen precipitation start to move in to the north and west, starting to signify some of that snow. Please send me your reports. Let me know what you're seeing on the ground. That way we can compare it to Doppler Max. We do have that winter weather advisory still in effect for much of our viewing area until 7 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, 6 o'clock Central time. Our southeastern counties not in this advisory, not really expecting too much in the way of frozen precipitation for you all. But over to our west, we do have this winter storm warning now in effect for some of our western counties over towards Todd, Christian. Those counties are in that winter storm warning until 3 o'clock in the morning as they do have an enhanced chance at seeing some ice as well as some of that snow. Temperatures right now, we're getting really close to that 32 degrees mark across the region. 27 though up in Evansville, 30 over in Paducah. They're seeing quite the mess already. Several reports of ice and even some snow building out in Greenville right now. We are just on the wet side, not really seeing any snowflakes falling just yet. 30 degrees, so you are at that freezing mark and start seeing things start to freeze here in Bowling Green, though. We do have water on the camera, still dealing with these rain showers. Got that warm boundary in our atmosphere causing our roads to be on the wet side. Be careful as we go throughout the late night hours. Could see some slick spots, especially on those elevated surfaces as we switch over to some of that frozen weather. 34 degrees right now here in Bowling Green, getting close to flirting with that 32 mark. Feels like 29 as we are dealing with a northeasterly wind at 6 miles per hour. Some moisture in the environment for sure with a 31 degree dew point currently. Taking you to Lake Cumberland for your hometown forecast, sponsored by the Kentucky Lottery. Your low temperatures tonight down to below freezing, around 30 degrees for the folks over in Burkesville. Now, these colder temperatures are causing an issue because we do have a warm boundary in the atmosphere. Here's the different types of precipitation we're dealing with. That snow is when the entire column has gone frozen. We're dealing with the whole warm column right now. We do have that rain, but because there is some warm temperatures just into our mid-levels, when we start seeing that sleet, what's happening is the ice pellets are melting and they have a chance to turn to rain, and then as they fall lower in the atmosphere, they freeze back over and form ice pellets and become sleet and fall to the ground. So we're going to deal with this transition from rain, sleet to snow as the night progresses. Now, the colder temperatures are thankfully due to this cold front that pressed through. We're still seeing the cold air start to make its way in. Some messy weather over towards Missouri and Illinois, already seeing quite a bit of snow and ice as we break it down on Predictor. You notice it tries to mix in that sleet as well as rain up until 11:30 tonight. Snow starts to develop just to the north. I think this band right here is where we're going to see the greatest chance for accumulation progressing through the night. We start to try to change that over to some snow here in Bowling Green, and then just past 2 o'clock in the morning, it starts to make its way on out of here. We start to dry out, though, for your Saturday. Waking up in the morning on the cold side. Northerly winds, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds for your Saturday. 38 degrees as we get close to 9:30 in the morning. Heading into your afternoon, we'll go back in the 40s, so anything that does fall tonight will luckily melt as we go into your day tomorrow, as temperatures are going to get more on the mild side. We'll still continue to deal with some clouds. More moisture tries to move in late Saturday and into your early Sunday morning hours. May see a few showers move in. As far as ice, I think here in Bowling Green on the low side, maybe a glazing. Just to our west, though, that greater chance up to a 10th over towards Paducah. Along this line where that winter storm warning is, that's why it's been issued, because of that icing. Now, as far as snow, there's going to be a narrow band of snow that puts down a nice little accumulation. GFS saying about 1.5 here in Bowling Green. European a little more widespread on this snow. About 1.6 is what the European is estimating. Now, comparing all the model runs, here's what they look like. Going throughout the nighttime hours, we'll expect anywhere from 9/10 I think 2.6 is a little bit further out there. I don't think we're going to quite make it that here in Bowling Green. I think an estimate around an inch or so is what we can expect here in Bowling Green. Our forecast, take a look. Mainly rain to our south and east, hence why they're not in that advisory. For the counties in the white, you can expect around 1.5 inches of snow or less, a glazing of ice, more so ice just to the west. For that blue line, though, now you notice how close it is to Bowling Green. That blue line is where you could see anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of snow with the glazing of ice as well. So we'll continue to track this system tonight, and we'll keep you up to date as the system progresses. We will see a chance for rain as we head into your Sunday. Spotty showers, 30%. We dry out for your Monday, 46 degrees, but the rain returns to kick off the new week. Tuesday, a 50% chance of showers. Wednesday, a 60%. Temperatures get on the mild side, 56 degrees, though, and we continue to have some small rain chances into our Thursday morning. I think we dry out for most of your Thursday, but then heading into Friday, another chance for some scattered showers and that high temperature around 54 degrees. We'll be right back with Mike Clef and Courtside.
We are having a special edition of Rooftop Forecast featuring the snow. The snow has finally reached Bowling Green. It is falling. It's also very breezy out here, so the snow is pelting my face as it comes through. Also a little bit wet on the ground after we saw rain throughout our day. That is going to flash freeze as we head into your morning time hours, causing some slick conditions on the roadway. On top of that, we're adding some snowfall accumulations across the region. We're already seeing pictures coming into the studio, including Greenville, who's already seeing a white coating on the roadways and on the ground. Several other locations are reporting that. Send us your updates as we go throughout the night.
It's the last place you want to end up in the dead of winter. On the side of the road with a stalled car and no signs of civilization for miles. As winter makes its final approach, cold temperatures and snow are becoming more prevalent across our region and causing havoc on our car engines. Because cold temperatures cause objects to constrict, as it makes its way into your engine, it becomes harder for your car to start. This can lead to your car stalling out and leaving you face to face with frostbite or even hypothermia.
However, there are ways to reduce your chance of becoming stalled out by keeping your car well maintained.
Your car battery is one of the most vital elements as it provides the zap of electricity to spark your engine. So make sure you have a well-charged battery before you hit the road. The National Weather Service also recommends that before this winter season, you do a checkup on all your fluid levels and make sure that all your features on your car are functioning, such as your heater. And of course, always fill your car up with gas before you hit the road prior to winter weather.
But let's say you follow all of the recommendations and you still end up stalled out. Well, there's a few things you might want to throw in your back seat before you hit the highway.
You will want to have a winter storm survival kit in the back of your car. Some items that the National Weather Service recommends that you pack include jumper cables, food and water, extra warm clothes including blankets, a flashlight, a windshield scraper, kitty litter or sand, and always a first aid kit. These items may just keep you alive if you end up stranded this winter. Of course, always have a fully charged phone and let someone know where you're going. And keep up to date with your latest local weather.
So don't let the weather get the best of you. Know your weather before it knows you. Reporting in Bowling Green, Justin Hobbs, 13 News.